cameras roll, yeah, it's time to lock in. HBCU overdrive where the conversation starts and wins. Every week we break it down, every headline, every play. Giving flowers to the legends while the future finds its way. HBCU Saturday, they got the fans glued to the screen. HBCU tonight with Doc Holliday. Keep it clean from the SWAC to the MEAC. Every story get respect. SIAC, CIAA, independent, never left. Tailgates, band battles, coaches talking X's and O's. Players chasing greatness while the culture only grows. Jackson State, I love, we shine over every school. If it's HBCU business, then you know that's what we do. No gossip, just a fact with a southern state of mind. Real voices, real moments, every episode designed. This our sports, this our culture, this our legacy alive. Turn it up and ride with us. HBCU overdrive, 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 overdrive. HBCU overdrive, 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 overdrive. HBCU overdrive, overdrive, HBCU overdrive, 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 overdrive. HBCU overdrive, 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 overdrive.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, it's your dog, Doc Holliday. We are back as always, and with HBCU overdrive. Y'all know how it is. But it is the new season of HBCU Saturday night. Make sure that you like this stream. Make sure that you comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hey, you know what? What's up, big bro? What's up, bro? You know what? Yeah, the new theme song is fire. It's fire, man. Shout out to my man Jay over there from South Carolina State for doing it for me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, we're going into a new season, 2026. It's time to bring out a new anthem, a new intro. So that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, look. What up, bro? What up? Say, I went to work. Hold on. I went to work today, and just had to say, I almost had to put somebody in that goddamn place today. I almost had to put somebody in that damn place. Like, seriously. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to put somebody in their damn. I was getting ready to put hands and feet on somebody. Hands and feet. Hands and feet. I'm talking about all 10 toes. I ain't like Dion, not with 8, but all 10 of them things. What up, though? Yeah, you know that. Yeah. Hey, it go hard. Now, you give me something with some Memphis, with a Memphis beat on there. We we good. We good. But yeah, man, we are having a great time. It was a great day on Wednesday. Yeah, look, Miss Tasha, hands and feet. Hands and motherfucking feet. Yeah, including the damn pinky toe. I'll get ready to drop kick this motherfucker at the damn stove. But you know, when you get so amped up, I was like, you know what? Let me just call the cops. Let me call the police. He wasn't gonna do nothing. He just there. He just there so he won't get fined. He try to get $80 out of me. And this is let me tell y'all. This dude came in, said that so basically he said that we took $81 out of his account. And you know, I've been in retail for so damn long, right? And so I know when what's going on. And I know when somebody try to hustle me. I know when somebody trying to hustle. That's how I say it. That's how I feel. And this shit just it irritated me because I dealt with this guy before, and I told him, and even my store manager told him, if you want to figure out what's going on with what happened, you need to talk to customer service, right? You know, we can only do so much on our end at the store level, but you can get more of a broader answer, right? When you talk to somebody in the customer service, right? So the guy kept saying that I took $81 out of his account. First and foremost, I'm like, I voided everything out. Like I told him I voided everything out. And then the stuff that he got, he said he's gonna pay $100-something, but then I looked at it and I run everything back up on my register, it totaled out to almost $200. So I'm like, bro, you're not slick, because some of the things you didn't scan on there, and then the other thing is you trying to run out without paying, right? So I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. And then he said he was on the phone with his bank. And I don't know if it was his bank or not, because I'm thinking of dude trying to scam. And the person on the phone would just start getting belligerent. Like, if you customer service for his bank, you don't try to get froggle with somebody. And so I'm like, you know what? You raise your voice at me, ain't gonna do nothing for your client. Leave me alone. Let me be. Cause if I ain't had this name badge on or this uniform on, I'd have cussed your ass out, clean, smoothed out. And the way that my boss was looking at me, he knew that I meant business. And so I was like, you know what? I ain't trying to deal with it. And then so he came back in. And was still on the same thing, talking about I was being rude and disrespectful to the person. And I'm like, dude, you can't take a hint. I don't have your money. And even if I did, I don't have control over the till. That is not my job. And if the till would have came out ahead $81, it would have told us. But I was like, on that day, the till came out as even. So I don't know what to tell you. And so he's still going back and forth. He still want me to pull the till. And I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. I don't have the authority. Yes, I am a shift supervisor, but I don't have the authority. That ain't my jurisdiction, right? So I guess he started getting upset, and then I looked at him and it's like, you know what up, Crook? I like, you know what, bro? All I can do is tell you is to take it up with corporate or customer service. I can't do anything on my end. So I was just saying, I was just talking to him, and he, I was like, hey, you can, if you're not understanding where I'm coming from, you can get out. You can get out. I don't want to hear it. You get out because right now you're not looking good. Boy, you is in the wrong spot talking about studying. You stuck on Central stuck on Central Expressway on a Saturday. So, dude screamed at me, yelled at me, raised his voice. I was like, you know what? Yeah, get on out. I like had the phone in my pocket and got him call police because you seem like some of your screws are still loose right now. What's going on? And so you know what? And then here's the crazy thing. The man walked out to his car, right? Man walked out to his car. The dude stuck on Central Expressway, Highway 75. Here in Dallas. You stuck on it? Yeah. So the dude walks out. I'm on the phone with the police officer, right? I'm on the phone with dispatch. The dude walks out. He walks to it all black. I'm talking about straight blacked out, y'all. Jaguar. Drop top, right? Got your convertible top. I was like, you know what? Oh, he trying to scam for $80? Oh, this for $80? You driving this car? Like, bro, it's not worth it. It's not worth getting your ass whooped. What's happening, boy? What's happening? What's going on, Troy? All right, you on your way. You know what though? Cook. Even being a supervisor, I don't like writing nobody up. I don't. It's a lot of paperwork I don't really care for. It makes the job harder. Yeah, it make people resent your ass too. But yeah, Chuck, big time scam. I ain't wanna do it. So this whole day, I don't know, but I don't want to be in my own, in the store, having to have my head, my head going the which way, or what I'm saying, keeping my head on a swivel. I already do that, but at least I could, when you get to it, you want to let your guard down a little bit. And so, yeah, man, it was one of them days. I was like, it's Saturday. I'm not trying to do too much. I just want to do enough so I can stay busy and I can get home and, come do this and eat and watch the soccer match because just then, God damn it, England England and France. England was putting belt the ass on France early in the first in the first half, and then in the second half, France said, "Hold my beer, hold my beignets, hold my croissant," and was convinced to try to make a comeback. And out of that, England just said, "F y'all, we just gonna send y'all. We gonna send y'all home." Hey, they went up 4-0 quick. They was up 4-0. I was like, oh snap. Is it? Oh snap. It's gonna be it's not, it might not be looking too good for France. And I think France kind of gave up because they felt like they didn't get to the finals against Spain, but Spain just I think Spain just has the more, in a sense, I wouldn't say the more dominant team, but they're the more of a complete team. Argentina, on the other hand, has the most dominant player in the world in Messi. That is going to be that's going to be a great World Cup final tomorrow. Yeah, there's a lot of Argentinians here in Irving, and I don't fool with some of these folks, but they pay my bills, so. What up, Lane? Hey, say man, we got to talk some high school football because we got some Dallas versus Houston matchups coming in the first week of the season. First and foremost, let's talk about this. Sandy Brondello is suspended one game for the comments she made about Angel Reese. So Brondello is the head coach for the Toronto Tempo, which is the new WNBA, the expansion WNBA franchise, which is pretty much they're a good team, right? Oh snap! Oh snap! We it ain't even hit August yet. We already starting talking to noise. So Sandy Brondello was suspended by the WNBA without pay for one game on Saturday for inappropriate comments she made regarding Angel Reese of the Atlanta Dream. During the Dreams 111-92 win over the Tempo, the broadcast picked up Brondello addressing the officials at the Nyara Sabali went down with an injury following contact between she and Reese. Oh yeah, the first game of the season going to be Sappho Cliff versus Richmond Randall. We'll talk about it. We get back to this. Sabali was called for the foul, and Brondello could be hurt, referring to Reese with a phrase that sounded like protected species. Reese posted after the game, "Are we surprised?" as Brondello with a clown face emoji. Yeah, sorry about voting. Brondello is from Australia, has coached the national team since 2017. Multiple native Australians explained to ESPN that the phrase protected species has been used in Australian sports environments to express frustration over a lack of calls against a player, as in the player being treated or officiated differently than others. Is Big Brother Troy, what's going on? However, in American culture, a phrase that indicates someone is not human has a history of derogatory use toward Black people. So Brondello apologized to Angel Reese via social media today, saying she takes full responsibility for using the phrase. First of all, you should have never said it in the first place. And I understand that that's what you say in Australia. That's cool. You say that in Australia. But guess what? We ain't in Australia. You are in, well, that game was in Toronto. You are in the Americas. It's kind of different over here because you got some folks that don't play when it comes to the race card.
How everybody doing? Everybody doing good tonight? Everybody doing good tonight? Because
I think we all doing good tonight. I just told I almost had to put hands and feet on somebody today at work.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. And again, I know you got to consider the source when I say don't do that. But a few things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this as politically correct as possible. Black people deal with enough domestic racism.
Yep.
That we ain't finna tolerate no immigrant. I'm sorry, I didn't say that right. An immigrant from a convict colony coming over here peddling racism. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Because, you know, we could just call all y'all convicts, except for the Aborigine people. Y'all just convicts.
I'm about to say the Aboriginal people are the original people of that.
So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Also, don't play in my face. Don't tell me that you shouldn't use that phrase. No. The correct wording should have been that was a racist statement I ain't had no business use.
Mm-hmm.
And see, it's gonna be a lot of well-meaning think pieces to try and break down all of this. No. I'm sorry. You're gonna get that from the journalists.
No, I ain't going to lose third, man. I'm sorry. I ain't going to the county jail. Have my sister tell me to come get me
this. And then I gotta ask you what you in for. Because you know,
because I put hands and feet on somebody, all 10 toes.
But no, I mean, listen. The more things change, the more they stay the same, right?
True.
Whenever we empower racists to be racist, they're gonna do what racists do.
Mm-hmm.
And she hasn't been fired. There's a meeting with the commissioner. Try that in any other workplace.
Right.
You fight. Ain't no conversations. You out of there. And the fact that, and again, I don't know nothing, right? I just know what I ain't heard. But I ain't heard none of her players come out and be like, yeah, she gotta go. I ain't heard that.
What's that one meme with the teacher and Lisa Simpson? Go ahead and log off.
Yeah. You know, you ain't even got to go pack up your stuff. Like the moment it was said in the huddle, security should have been at her office because it was in Toronto, right?
Yep.
It was in Toronto. So security should have been at her office with a box. Just about whatever they can fit in their box. That's what go. Everything else they'll mail to it. We'll mail you your check.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think I'd have some folks been fired for less.
you can. I was at a financial. I worked at a financial institution in the early 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
and two black dudes got into a shouting match and was screaming the N word in front in mixed company. That's a no no. If you do that, you need to understand that's a no no, right?
Yep.
So now you create an environment where people are like, well, if I can't say it, why they can say it? You see what I'm saying? So they had to go. They had to go again. And in the other environment, you got to go. You can't be playing them games.
Then
And
we
if
talk, and
you know
then
one get
we just thought about this. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say if one get away with it, the
A
other will
lot
get
of
away
people,
with it.
yeah, other people gonna get away with it. So you nip it in the bud. Oh yeah, tell them. But yeah, we got some more news. The Florida Panthers suspended their equipment manager following arrest on multiple charges. This man got arrested in Broward County for what's the charges? Was arrested on charges of touch or strike, battery, domestic violence, as well as unauthorized use of 911 services, with details of that arrest quickly making their way onto social media.
Tomorrow in Irving, you'll see partly sunny weather and can expect a high of 97 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 80 degrees.
It'll be hot tomorrow. But keep your goddamn hands to yourself. And if I'm the Florida Panthers, it's time. Hey, you got to go. You gotta
So
go.
and a lot of people making a big deal out of him still being in jail in Florida. If you put your hands on a woman that live with you, you got to sit still so they find out where you're gonna be living at. So that's one. Two, I thought he might lose his job, but he's been around a long time. This kind of his, from what I hear, this is his first time in this type of trouble. So they might give him some grace. Might. Nah. But yeah.
The bond ain't been set, so
no,
hey,
there's no bond on that. There's no bond on that. You go see the judge, and after they have to investigate again, they have to figure out where you're gonna be, and then they have to notify the lady also. So if they can't contact her, you're gonna be sitting still. I know there's a time limit on them not being able to contact that woman, but you're gonna be sitting still. And then what this happened Thursday. So he
I
he
think
might
so,
get
yeah.
out Sunday or Monday if he's still in there. So, but yeah, no, yeah, keep your hands to yourself. Like that's the easiest thing to do in Florida. Keep your hands to yourself because we don't play down here about that.
So let's get on to our side of the thing. Like I said, England takes care of France 6-4. England was putting belt the ass on France the whole game. France for a few said, hold my baguette. And then England said, not today. Better get up out of here and go eat some fish and chips.
But it's time. It's time for them. This is their game. It's their invention. How many they got? 2? I'm sorry. Oh. So I gotta put.
Jimmy.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Um,
Y'all need to fix y'all Wikipedia, man. Y'all need to fix y'all Wikipedias. This don't make no sense. How many damn World Cups y'all got?
let's see. Let's get back to the HBCU side. Tennessee State decided to change their outfitter. They went from Under Armour. They are back with Nike.
Is that gonna get them money?
They got a good, nice size deal for it. They need to give me money.
I'm waiting on you yet to this other story.
And then let's talk about it. So Texas Southern has released its official football schedule for the 2026 season. As you see, the Southern game will be played at NRG Stadium. All the remainder home games will be played at Thorne Stadium, which is the Aldine. It is a high school stadium. Now let's go ahead and really talk about this.
Hold on. What Kyle Mosley is reporting is that none of the games
are going to be at the Shell.
Right. None of them.
At Shell. So
Not a one.
that's the topic right there. Because
oh yeah, it's a 2 p.m. start and it's homecoming.
Now y'all gonna be drunk by 3:30. That's okay. Homecoming
But
should
boy,
start.
Lane went to Southern. But here's the thing, though. Here's the story. So Texas Southern has unused stadium power, so inside the Tigers scheduling rights. So basically, when Texas Southern reached a deal with the Houston Dynamo, first and foremost, the city of Houston says that the Dynamo was not going to get a stadium unless Texas Southern was a part of the deal. So, Texas Southern University has been criticized and maligned for losing the scheduling fight with the Houston Dynamo this offseason. However, under the initial license agreement that designated downtown Houston as the Tigers' home, university officials did not lose a fight. They may not have attended meetings to agree on dates during the previous 2 seasons. This may be a result of the recent changes within the TSU administration and athletic department. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if there was a change between the athletic department or the administration. As the president of the university, you are the top person in charge of the university. He should have been in those meetings. He should have been in those meetings.
You being so nice. You being so nice and respectful. Listen. The good people of Houston, that county and city, said ain't no stadium without Texas Southern having a home.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Southern get first priorities with the exception of, I think, specific like MLS Cup games. It's like it's only like 2 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their schedule got priority. And you're right, Lane. Dr. McClellan got them this deal.
Because he was the AD at the time.
With the AD. So you get a deal. Do y'all know how hard it is to get stadium deals that function for the good of the local community? And they got that. I'm going through that right now here in the Tampa Bay area. Texas Southern got that.
Mm-hmm.
And by reports, they are not submitting because they got to claim the dates. They're not submitting, and they're not submitting schedules and attending meetings. All you got to do is show up to succeed. Damn, it must be. See, this is my pet peeve with some people recently about not showing up. Right? That's my if everything is in place, and this is outside of us knowing if it's some outside stuff we don't know about. But if all you got to do is show up and speak up, and you get by contract what you need, what's the issue? Is there an issue with the cost that it's costing them for the games? Y'all get 100 parking spaces. You get what? I forget how many press boxes.
You get, so they got, hold on. So I think they get, so the contract shows a different picture from the one frustrated fans have heard this summer. Texas Southern is not just a tenant asking for dates. It is a priority user with specific protections, a rent-free home, and enforcement rights that both college programs will want. So they ain't got to pay no rent for the stadium. And so if here's the thing, if Texas Southern has priority, if they have first priority of the stadium, because they're the ones that use it the most, because you can have 5 to 6 home games, especially if you go into a 12-game schedule slot, you got 6 home games and 6 away games. So here's the deal. The stadium was built because Texas Southern was part of the deal when Oliver Luck, remember that name, and the Dynamo looked for a downtown site in the late 2000s. They needed Harris County land, and Commissioner L. Franco Lee's precinct and City of Houston infrastructure funding, which was supported by then council member Sylvia Garcia. Public officials only agreed to support the project if Texas Southern was included. The university contributed $1.5 million as a one-time payment under Section 7A. In return, Texas Southern got rent-free use of the stadium for 30 years, kept all its ticket revenue except for certain fees, received 4 free luxury suites on game days, 100 free parking spaces, and a share of concession revenue. There you go.
Wait a minute. I know you fucking lying. Did you just say a PWI had games at a stadium that the city and the county said, fuck the soccer team, that's their stadium?
Yeah. Sam Houston State
slid in there.
Sam Houston State had the game at the stadium because Bauer Stadium is getting renovated to go to be modernized to FBS standards.
Did Texas Southern get some money? Did Texas Southern get some money for that? Did they get some money for that? Like there needs to be somebody needs to show a check.
They have to give them because Sam Houston had to give them a cut of that because you're using the stadium.
Mike T, Texas Southern ain't getting work. Texas Southern is not working. If it is Texas Southern alumni in here, I hope I piss you off.
Nah, it's a lot of Texas Southern alumni
that raised. Oh my God! I've been trying to get Texas Southern people on my timeline just to see because I don't know a lot of them. But it should be hell to be It should be hell to be raised. And this ain't no shot at the administration of the football players or none of that. This is just bad business. And this is bad business coming from a standpoint of we are in a universe where getting stadium deals paid for by local municipalities have always been in the favor of the professional league ownership. You have a deal here that benefits an HBCU. Man, I wish the fuck Blueprint Tallahassee would give FAMU $100 million for a new stadium. This is crazy.
You got anything to say about this, Danny? Or you just sitting there. You just chilling. You taking it all in. Drink it in, man.
I'm just peeking right now because what the don't piss me off. I've been having a good Saturday. What are we doing?
So the Harris County land and city infrastructure that TSU's involvement made possible were each valued at about $10 million, according to sources who took part in the original negotiations. The most difficult things I had is getting people at TSU to understand the Dynamo don't own the stadium. And that's coming from Mr. Douglas. The facility is county backed and tied to the Harris County Houston Sports Authority. And Douglas said county officials told him they would support Texas Southern in negotiations with stadium management. That backing, he said, never used. So you got backup.
We so tired sometimes. We tiresome. We just can't. Yeah.
You got backup. Like, seriously, you have backup. And you're not using it.
Make a call. Hello, Jesus, it's me again, Lord. I'm just calling about your people, our people down here. Help! Send help! Send help! Oh my goodness! Like you literally have a partner that you.
Yeah, you got a whole partner that you got somebody that you can partner with.
And we not using them.
The county. The city and the county saying, hey, we got you.
We got you. And they're like, no, we just go ahead and
come on. How far is the drive from Texas Southern to Shell Stadium?
Like 7 minutes.
I was gonna say like 10 minutes.
I know you fucking lying.
10. Max.
It better be 55 minutes in traffic. It better be somebody better be lying to me.
No lies, no lies, no lie, yeah. No lies, no lies, no lie, yeah.
Cause you can't sit here and tell me that you had the necessary resources, right? And I think this is what Mr. Ford was talking about a couple of weeks ago when he was on, right? It's the ineptitude. It's folks that's not doing their job. Y'all dropping the ball on your own self, man.
For no reason. It don't even make sense. It makes no sense. Yeah, I got it.
Here's another thing.
Let me go. I wish I had some Baileys to put in this coffee because this ain't the hell. What are we doing?
It's not enough.
No.
It's not enough.
I need something. Jeez, oh
So, Section 5 of the agreement addresses scheduling and benefits Texas Southern more than most fans realize. TSU has scheduling priority for up to 7 home games each year. This priority yields only a short list of Dynamo priority events, which include the Dynamo's MLS home games, exhibitions, friendlies, and up to 2 major soccer events per season that do not involve the Dynamo. Each year, Texas Southern can choose up to 2 reserve dates in writing before January the 1st, the Saturday or Sunday of Labor Day weekend for the Prairie View game, and 1 Saturday in November. The licensor cannot schedule a Dynamo priority event on these reserve dates. Only an MLS Cup at the stadium can override them. The stadium cannot schedule a Dynamo priority event on Saturday of at least one TSU home weekend in October to protect the traditional homecoming period. Once TSU set schedule is set, the licensor cannot book another event on those dates. Any concert or boxing match on a TSU game date needs the university's approval. The agreement requires one thing: participation. This is where the university may have missed the opportunity, raising the question of whether it used the rights it already had, which now it seems like they haven't, because why are you going over to a high school stadium to play your home games?
Because ain't nobody show up to work. I got to think about people not showing up to work. I got this thing about people not showing up to work, especially when all you got to do is show up. There are institutions that lack the resources to have a big stadium. Houston has said, we know y'all need some help. Help is on the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good venue. I seen
it's a nice venue. If you ever been there, it's a nice venue.
And you could sell luxury boxes, and y'all ain't gotta pay no rent. It's just whatever it costs y'all for concessions and all of that. And I'm sure somebody in Houston, if y'all can't afford to do the concessions, be like, hey, we'll pay for everything. We just, whatever we sell, we keep. Or we'll split a little, you know what I'm saying? Some kind of deal can be worked out, right?
You want to know why they get 100 spots of free parking? Because the Metro Rail goes right to the damn stadium.
What we talking about? People ain't got to drive.
You ain't got to drive.
They can go to the hotel and take.
We gotta move on because I'm finna throw this computer.
I just want to point this out. Thank y'all for not releasing this during media day. Marlo would not have been doing interviews. It would have been.
That's why they waited.
Yeah, ain't no way.
That was strategic. I give them.
And I'm sure Kyle Mosley knew this way ahead of time because he got receipts going back to December, so he been knew about this.
Yep.
And the
like a short bus. Come on, man. In Houston too. So Cal stay in Houston, so he covers a lot of Texas Southern.
Hey man, let's move on.
Hey, listen.
These people
I
don't piss me off.
I know in some other circles people was looking at athletic directors and why they still got jobs. Somebody, if you got an interim, somebody, this story can't just
job today.
And what you say, crisis management. Somebody got to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is saying anything, and it ain't just Texas Southern that ain't saying nothing on serious issues. But somebody got to come out and be like, "Hey, this what happened. We didn't drop the ball. We was forced to do X, Y, Z." Somebody got to say something.
We think that being quiet means that stuff goes away, and all that does is causes the issue to fester and actually makes people come up with their own reasoning for things, and then their reasons become the truth, even if it's not the truth. But what we have to do is when we put ourselves in certain situations, there should have been a plan in place. Look, when we release this or when this information comes out, whether it's released by the school or a reporter or whoever, here's how we need to be prepared to handle this situation. But,
Mhm.
and this is something that I do for the conference office and for Suno Athletics. It does not matter if it is going to be an issue or not. We are prepared just in case someone wants to get froggy. Because if you want to get froggy and you decide, oh, I'm going to be a real frog and jump today, that's fine. We got a whole net to catch you in and send you back to the pond. And not in a mean or negative way, but like crisis communications is important, and you can't wait until the crisis is there to determine how to handle it. There are situational crises. There are things like this where it could really just be absolutely devastating for a program. And of course, there are crises like injuries and things like that. But I just can't. I think if somebody want to donate something so I can do a DoorDash order and get me some Baileys for this coffee,
I'm
I'm
gonna
finna make I'm finna make me a chocolate margarita, or no, a chocolate martini. That's what it is, chocolate martini. I'm halfway there, y'all. Halfway there. I just need some Baileys. Oh my Jesus!
And it makes no sense that. Here's the thing. I understand Kevin Grinder was going through some things, which he brought on to himself. I'm gonna be honest with you. He brought it on to himself. But where was he at? You were still if you were still the athletic director, where you been at? Ain't been in the meetings? J.W. Crawford. You the president of the school. Where you was at? You had nowhere to be. Y'all dropped the ball on y'allself. And now it's coming back to bite you in the ass. Because ain't no way that I'm about to drive. I'm about to drive 20 minutes out of the way to North Houston, to Aldine, to go play a football game. I'm not about to drive to no Aldine, Texas to go play a football game. I don't even like black people over there.
I don't. Yeah, we can move on because nothing I say is gonna be good at this point.
That's why I'm quiet now because I ain't gonna be nothing nice for me to say. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. They're gonna be called. Somebody gonna call my bosses again. Talking about I need to be reprimanded.
And we listen. I do acknowledge that stability at the top of the athletic department is important, but it is a business. It is a company. Processes should be in place so that if someone is not here or you don't have an athletic director, the deputies step up, or the whatever you interims, they step up and catch the major pieces. Like you're gonna have in a perfect world, nothing will fall through the cracks, but you're gonna have something fall through the cracks. Major stuff can't fall through the cracks. It can't. We can't be in January going, oh, I guess we ain't gonna drive across the street and put our schedule in That can't happen. And even if you don't know the opponent, mark out the date to be safe. Claim your homecoming dates to be safe. So even if you have to go to a little bit of high school, your homecoming is secured. Your Labor Day Classic is secured. Like,
but they don't have to go to a little itty bitty high school. That's not even necessary.
you're right.
I don't know about a little bit high school. Aldine got about 4,000 students.
I don't listen.
I'm just saying
the
that
whole
so people.
point
Well, I know
is
what you're
you
saying,
have to
though.
go to a different facility. That's the whole point. You got one, and it was willing to partner with you. What are you doing? This is what I was talking about the other night, and people was like, "Oh no, you can, hire competent, or as long as they care." No, you gotta be competent too, because this is what a lack of competency gets you. Because who was at the table to?
And I think after he put this story out, that's when Texas Southern dropped the schedule for the football season.
Oh yeah, they dropped that thing fast, changing. Somebody was
changing narrative.
I did put out a tweet. Do Texas Southern alumni raise hell? And I was told by 2 people no. So when we start having conversations late on in the season, my conversations now will be tailored to how people respond to stimuli. So if your fan base don't respond to situations that they should be raising hell, I'm not going to talk about you like, oh, they're going to raise hell if this didn't happen. I'm going to talk about you like, we don't take it seriously. It ain't a big deal. We just happy to be here. That's how
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Exactly. Like I'm not gonna talk about you like I talk about. Like, I'm gonna give these people credit because I'm just getting to know them. But if this would have happened at Prairie View in this moment, then people would have been raised in hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fan base that previously I didn't think cared, but clearly they do. So I now know that they care about what happens with athletics, and it's shown on the field. Texas Southern has got to get to a point where they care about the business of athletics to the point to where when something happens, there's got to be accountability. And with our sports, accountability usually comes in the form of alumni raising hell to the point that the president got to step down and put their foot down on somebody to get something done. That's usually how it works. Shit roll downhill, and it's alumni fans, presidents and chancellors, the other people in between, athletic directors. That's how that works. So if y'all ain't sending y'all president know what the hell you doing emails, yeah, let's move on, dog. Let's move on.
And Texas Southern just had their first season in 25 years. So
I don't know if I need a drink or my inhaler. Because
probably both.
okay. Let's go ahead and move on.
Now, if this was Crook, he wouldn't know if he need the bottle or the blunt. Which one? Oh man! So look, I should have did that as the main topic because god dang. Woo. These streets is quiet, but other than that, down there in Third Ward, Houston, Texas. But as we all know, the commissioner had dropped a nugget in on us about the media deal. Now, y'all know he's not gonna get. Y'all know Dr. McClellan is not gonna get into numbers per se as far as when it comes to the amount of how much the money is, but just be glad that you're gonna see more games on SWAC TV. And the best thing about what he did was he used SWAC TV and HBCU Go as leverage to sign that new deal with ESPN. So all your big games are going to be on the ESPN network. Because of course ESPN has first right of refusal. Then it goes to HBCU Go, and then it goes to SWAC TV. What do you say about that, Troy, as far as when it comes to what Dr. McClellan put out there on Wednesday?
That's a good thing.
On both of our shows.
That's first off, shout out to Marlo for doing the interviews for Media Day for Fat Mouth Sports. It's a good thing because even though ESPN has priority, the number of games that they have access to is limited, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them doing okay, one second. This give me 20 minutes. I'm on the podcast. Okay. All right. So being limited with the 10 football games and then being the contract requiring them to broadcast the entire basketball tournament is big because you now have pollsters and people looking to seed people watching on ESPN. So that's a big thing. And then the championship game being on ESPN, ABC, ESPN2 with it not being, and the big thing is the games not being on the extra packages, so that if you have ESPN, you don't need ESPNU and all that strange stuff. We already built ESPNU. We don't need to be back over there. But that's a big thing, and that's for the major games, right? And I like they say linear. But most of us know that, like, even if you have a cable box, it's really over IPTV, but whatever. That's big because now our 10 games, and we don't know the financials. Everybody gonna keep asking. We don't know yet. It'll come out sooner or later. But that's big because that is a limited part of our catalog, and the bulk of our catalog is on SWAC TV. And even with HBCU Go, value partner, but even they have a limited part of the catalog because we want to build SWAC TV. And with the I keep messing this up, and I just looked this up the other day. With the investment or equity ad buy deal that we have in place, should these companies pay off, we get a fat old check. And I know that's a lot of deals, but if these companies shoot up and we got equity in these companies that been invested in, we look good. We look good. And some people are not okay with that, and that's okay not to be okay with that. But we have been begging and pleading for the SWAC to be innovative. But it's innovative for your ass. And to be honest with you, this entire thing with the equity ad buys, them leaning more heavily into SWAC TV and limiting the catalog for ESPN, that's everything we've been asking for. So that's everything we've been asking for.
So basically, Dr. McClellan told me that he wants to have all, a cloud base, like when you cloud base, like when you watch a show, and you watch a show that's live, and you finish watching that show live, that you can go back and rewatch it with no ifs, ands, or buts, no issue, right?
They have that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
SWAC TV allows you to do that, which is great. That's how it should be.
Then to have, the basketball games, you still gonna have your basketball games on SWAC TV. You gonna have all your baseball games on SWAC TV. I think this is for like what the SWAC is doing. I think other conferences can do it, especially like the SIAC. And if it's me, the MEAC needs to take a very close look at how how we doing things and what the way we doing things. And I know I'm like, if Mr. Ford was on here, he would say that woman is incompetent. I was like, I can't really say she's incompetent, but she has a belief that she thinks that they're the top dog. And I think we have to kind of put them in their place, though. But the blueprint is there. The blueprint is there. Like, you started the SWAC Digital Network on a YouTube channel at first. Like, you can't even get you can't even go back and watch certain games from years ago unless you go to Alex Rice's page on YouTube, on his channel on YouTube. But now it's all there for us. And here's the old saying right here. Hey Troy, what they say, money talks, bullshit walks. That's what you see with the media deal. I think some people get to the point where they want to see the same media deal that we want to get the same media deal that the P4s get, but we'll never be on that level right there.
Not on another person's network. Not on, I shouldn't say another person. Not on a network that isn't ours, that isn't geared towards us.
Right. I'm happy where we at.
Yeah.
I'm happy where we at. Now, if ESPN, they put a game on ESPN Plus and it looked janky, I'm gonna have to say some, got some words to say. But other than that, man, Media Day was a success for HBCU Overdrive. It was also a success for Fat Mouth Sports. It was also a success for Miss Danny because even though she was not there, she is a part of this family that we have right here. And I just, just want to add on, like, it just felt it felt good and it felt right. Now let's talk about this Black college football poll. And I know y'all talked about it afterwards, Troy, with Brian and Kelvin on OG Strike Zone. Would you have went to a top 10, or would you would have just did a top 5 and like 3 honorable mentions?
I would have did a top 10. And here's why, right? With the exception of, this ain't a knock on Grambling. Grambling has some things some questions that need to be answered, right? But Grambling does have the fact that they play Jackson at home. So I'm sure voters looked at, they play Jackson at home. You look at history, yada, 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 right? With the exception of Grambling and Bethune-Cookman. And that's only because of, the quarterback situation. And I know Grambling has RJ coming in as an experience, but he's coming in after spring camp, right, going into fall camp. So that would be my reservation, right? But Grambling and Bethune-Cookman, the signal callers. And if we calling it, keeping it 100, you can skate by with mediocre signal caller play till you get to November. Then you need to be able to have competent quarterback play. So Grambling was one of the ones I was like, all right, that's a little sketchy. I hope so, because they've been picking a hole. Cookman. Cookman, again, they lost their signal caller. So, and they lost a couple players, so that we need to take a look at them. But outside of those two, I'm with G. The East is very competitive. It is very competitive. Like, especially what I know now, the East is very competitive. The West is going to be Prairie View, Texas,
in the Temptation.
Yeah. So I don't think it's whoever it's going. You're going to know very early on in the West who's going to be what, right? But the East is very competitive. So and I'm just talking about SWAC. I ain't got to the MEAC yet, right? Just on that, I would do 10 teams, and then with the MEAC, you got 3 teams out of the MEAC. So yeah, I would do a 10 team poll because of the 3 teams in the MEAC, and then you're gonna get, like I said, the East. Just the East is gonna be competitive, and then 1 or 2 teams out of the West. So I'll do a 10 team poll. You can't do a 25 team poll because now you're digging into the weeds and you start pulling teams that are not gonna play for championships. Now with the independents, and they're not really independents, they're just in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Independents, Tennessee State, Hampton, and North Carolina A&T. We're not seriously thinking North Carolina A&T is going to win the CAA or even be in middle of the pack, right? So you're not going to expand the poll for that. You're not going to expand the poll for Tennessee State because they have a lot of questions and they have some tough games that they have on the road. They go, Jackson goes to Nashville for Tennessee State, and then Tennessee State got to go to Tallahassee. The Tallahassee game is not going to be an easy game.
Oh, they also got to go to. I think they also got to go to Huntsville too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they got to go to Huntsville, and that Huntsville game is a measuring stick game for the coaching staffs because we in year 3 now with Sam Shade. 2. Year 2 with Sam Shade, right? So people are going to be looking for improvement. And when you're in year 2, not now Alabama A&M person better not come in. But in year 2, Tennessee State is not where it was a couple years ago. They kind of, you can kind of kick them in the teeth. If Alabama A&M don't kick Tennessee State in the teeth, we're going to be looking at them strange. So again, not a reason to expand the poll. In Hampton took a swing and a miss at a big time coach, and that might hurt them. So I don't think
who's hurting Hampton? Why y'all keep bringing up my school? You know this is a trigger for me. I crash out. I crash out every single time because why are we in the CAA to begin with? Put us back on our pirate ship and take us the hell home. Not in the CAA. Why are we in the CAA? Why? Okay, I'm done.
Hey Nick, it's not. So again, Nick, I'm gonna say this again, and I said it on ONG Strike Zone. Because of last year, I watched teams take their rosters offline, and I was scrambling to try and figure out what was going on. So what I did was I scraped their commitments, both transfer portal and high school commitments. The ones that posted, there's some that didn't post nothing on Twitter or on Facebook. The ones that were on Instagram, my scraper didn't work the way I wanted to, so I didn't trust it, right? But the ones that are on Twitter and the ones that are on Facebook, I scraped those. And what Tennessee State has coming in compared to what FAMU has coming in, what Jackson has coming in, I had to judge them or grade them based on that. I know everybody wants Tennessee State to be back because of that coaching staff. Give that coaching staff some more time to get the meat of the program in place. That's all I'm saying. I'm not taking a shot at Tennessee State. They got some things they got to get together. Like they're going through austerity measures. So the coaching staff got to get it out in the mud. They over there balling on the budget. So you got to give them some grace, give them some time. But if they're successful, that's a good thing. Again, though, if they go down to Huntsville and kick them Bulldogs in the teeth, that's a whole nother question. But again, Alabama was not in the poll, and it's for a reason. So.
Well, I'm gonna say this: one of them independents that get come out of there, it's gonna be some rumbling.
It's out of the independents. It's only 2. Well, one of the independents that it's gonna be some rumble. If they have the season that I'm expecting, it's gonna be some rumblings, and it ain't Hampton. I don't think Hampton people are gonna be raising hell right now.
Yes, she said take her ass back to the MEAC.
She raising hell about them being in the conference. I'm talking about the wins and losses on the field.
She said take her ass back to the MEAC. She said deuce to that country ass conference. Take me back to something that I already know.
Like we got to do better at looking at historical perspectives of these conferences. Because if we understand the history, then we won't put our players in positions that they should not be in. No one did that. No one's doing the work. We're just making moves because we think, oh, it's going to be better money-wise and this, that, and the third. Like, what are we doing?
Danny is gonna be coming from west, so no, we would have to go all the way to New Orleans and then come back to Jackson. I got to figure out. Listen, y'all, friend Marlo, I got to figure something out because I want to get RV and drive to Jackson. I'm still gonna get a hotel room, but I want to drive to Jackson.
You ain't even got to pick me up, baby. What day is that game again?
October 17th, my birthday.
Woo! And that's the weekend before our basketball season starts. And it's the day after our cross country championship. Listen here. I'ma leave Nova. And I'm gonna be on my way. I'm gonna be on my way to Jackson. Just make
Russell,
sure
that's real specific.
Just make sure that room ready for me.
That's real specific.
What's real specific?
What Russell said.
The MEAC will welcome him to
Nobody else on.
That's it.
Well, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
They say, AMP, you can stay your funky ass where you at.
Yep.
which is I don't again looking at just the numbers, right? The numbers from them. I don't know anything else, just the media deal numbers. I can understand, especially when you got questions about the future of the media deal going forward. I don't know when their media deal ends, but going forward, how big can their deal be if they only got 16?
Troy, don't piss me off.
I wasn't.
Listen, I just hate to see the conference that I came from. Just it feels like it's falling apart sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand.
So if we being fair, it ain't just the MEAC, it's the OVC.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Hey, Miss Lady, if you're gonna be in Jackson, Drake's on me. The CAA, the Big 12, like I don't forget all the announcements, right? All them Ponzi scheme deals. The Big 12 is in trouble. The ACC is right behind the Big 12. Because as soon as the end of 2027 season hit, it's going to be some shaking. A whole lot of shaking going on around the ACC.
Did y'all, okay, since we're talking about the ACC, did you just see the story about with SMU and what they did? They named the building after their current quarterback, starting quarterback right now.
I'm not playing with them people. I'm not
serious.
I saw it and I just thought it was a joke. Like I thought it was like all the schools that are talking about LeBron side with them. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not playing with them people, right? Because one, I told y'all, what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was, I got a $500 tip from a SMU booster. And so, it was on my birthday, matter of fact. So I don't have nothing bad to say about SMU. But y'all play too much. It's a good move. If you're trying to lure players, it's a great move. But yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just saying. He's still in school. He a local kid, and so it's basically an SMU football announces Kevin Jennings Recovery Center. Hey. And you gotta realize too, he is the same. He remember he put them on the map. Took them to the CFP. Took them to the ACC championship, even though they lost in that ACC championship game. But he went to the ACC championship. He went to the college football playoffs. I think he is pretty much like the all-time winningest quarterback in SMU history. I think he has more. He's up there in passing yards. Yeah. Ain't no family money. That's that's old white people money right there.
Yeah, y'all do realize that, like, I want to say this right. Certain alums of certain universities, and we do it too, but not to this extent. They leave huge chunks of their inheritance to the university. I have a friend
Estate
that his daddy left 62% of his estate to a certain university, and he only got 8% because he got to split it amongst the siblings, and he only got 8%. Now that 8% was a lot, so I was kind of looking at him crazy, right? But still, I don't know if I'm gonna be that crazy, but I'm. It's in my will to leave FAMU and Florida State something. But there's some particulars in the Florida State stuff. Yeah, the SMU got money. SMU got enough money not to take no ACC money for the next 7 years.
10 years. Was it? I thought it was 10.
It was 10 years, but they only got what, 7 or 6 left?
Okay, yeah, like 7 years left because this is the third year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, SMU paid $100 million just to be in the ACC,
and they're not wrong.
And they don't have to take the money until in year 10. They gonna get a lump sum. They gonna get a lump. They gonna get a lump sum. Now, Troy, I know you don't like this man right here, but what did you think about Tom Patrick Brady slapping the shit out of Logan Paul yesterday?
Man, it's all he all with the shenanigans. It's just all shenanigans. I don't take it serious. I don't take it serious at all. If it was, if Tom Brady was a tough guy, slap me. That's what you want to slap somebody, slap me. Slap me. I need a new Ferrari. I absolutely need a Ferrari. Matter of fact, fuck Tom Brady. I said it. If you see me around Tampa, say so. As soon as you hit me, I'm gonna fall off the curb. Oh my God, I'm recovering from cancer. I need $20 million. No, but all jokes aside, it's just, Tom is business savvy, and this is good business. So, do I like to see that kid get slapped around? Yeah, I do. But, it is what it is.
Chicago State cannot become an HBCU. That is designated
They are a predominantly black institution.
institution.
Exactly. They are not an HBCU. I need people to stop saying they're an HBCU because they are not. Like Doc said, it is a governmental designation. And you can't start an HBCU. That's something else that I need people to understand because it's not black colleges and universities. It's historic. Like we keep forgetting that operative word, historical. Historically black. That means you have a long history.
Oh, you're talking about that dude
You've
that
been black for a long time.
started
We're
the
gonna
HBCU.
start an HBCU in California. Boy, if you don't go sit your $5 tail down.
Oh yeah, I remember that right there. What the hell? So other word, some more news. The Lincoln Financial Field is going to host another HBCU showdown. On Halloween. It's going to be between Lincoln University of Pennsylvania and Virginia Union. That is going to be very interesting.
I was just about to say that's gonna be an interesting game.
So the mayor of Philadelphia, Miss Sherelle Parker, and her administration helped push the event forward. So the Honorable Miss Parker earned her bachelor's degree from Lincoln University, giving the mayor a personal connection to the historic program. That's cool. I like that. I think I could dig that. They need to bring Dale State and Norfolk State back to the link also. So yeah. Andrew Body says that he's ready for his last season of college football. And I think that he can tap his full potential this year, long as you stay healthy, sir.
He ain't got no choice. He gonna be out of there. He is about to be gone.
Mike T, just my opinion, right? I think Marlo feels a little differently, but I got the video proof to prove it. The guy that won Media Day was Quad Brown from Fat Mouth Sports perspective. The interview he did with us and talking to ONG Strike Zone, Quad Brown. And again, I was not a quad guy, so to speak, because I had never met him. So I want to put that out there too. I wasn't a Quad Brown guy, so I didn't know how he spoke beforehand. I didn't know his personality, none of that. But when I tell you that young man did that interview, mind you, Marlo was doing the interviews and I was trying to herd sheep to get other interviews. But I stopped and listened to that whole interview. That young man impressed. Quad was so impressive. He was informative. He was engaging. He was funny. Like, yeah, I want all these kids to win. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, Quad definitely won today. He definitely won today. Listen. I everybody, y'all keep. He's a grown man. I'm 53 years old. As long as he's been in college, he's still a kid.
I think the person that I was impressed with, the player I was impressed with was Denarius Hilliard from Pine Bluff.
I liked him too.
He's very impressive.
The DB from Jackson too. I like the DB from Jackson. I liked his interview too.
Cam Salas. Oh, that's Mr. Crash Out right there.
I liked his interview.
You gotta have a couple of crash outs on your team, especially on your defense.
But you know what's funny? He didn't come across as a crash out. He was a great representative of the university.
Oh, I know he's great. Yeah, he came out as a great representative of the university.
Crash out the field.
Yeah, but once that helmet and them shoulder pads and the uniform goes on, all that shit is out the window.
Oh no, he definitely hitting the quarterback with the red jersey on. Don't get it twisted. He definitely hitting the quarterback with the jersey on.
That man is Bobby bullshitting everybody. Yeah, that Mr.
You know what I love? Watching Caitlin Clark lose. I hope I got the game on there. I'm just watching her.
Where's Jamal when you need him?
I tell you.
You want to see her lose weight to playoffs?
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Even though I want to see a Leo Boston win, I like Leo Boston and of course Raven.
Oh well, they better transfer. They better enter the W portal.
But yeah, man, she tripping. Some other news.
She playing like she did in college. The only difference is she can't get it. You playing with grown women. They're gonna knock your head off, girl. If you don't sit down and quit crying. Anyway, we can move on.
The NBA's $76 billion TV deal is currently on hold because a certain person ain't decided what team he wants to go to yet.
Man, nobody don't care about. You know what? Shut up, Troy. It don't matter where he go. It's still Knicks in 5. It don't matter where he go. Knicks in 5.
Lionel Messi is on the birth of his new child. That ain't his child.
Again, not my business. Not my business. But possibly that baby is adopted. Possibly.
That baby adopted.
Not my business.
Hey, yo, if you look at this picture, he looks it's satire. The picture looks like what's the kid's name for Lamine Yamal from Spain. Look at the picture. Basically, he said that I'm his daddy. I'm gonna be his daddy on Sunday. We're
gonna find out. Hey, I'm just gonna say this. Right? When you playing a dude that's being discussed with like the names like Pele, don't piss that man off. Just don't piss him off. Like, you can be competitive, but taking shots at that man's family we ain't got to play that man. We don't have to see him on the field. We're going to be in the comfort of our own homes, making jokes about how his baby mama was stepping out on him. We ain't got to be playing. You got to play that man after you play. Okay. All right. Fuck around, that man put up 6 goals. People have been banned from their countries based on what happened in the World Cup. Just understand it. And worse. Ask Colombia.
I don't know about band because they went and assassinated that dude.
So
let's see. Willie Simmons made named KD Fletcher as the first ever female general manager in college football, and basically just college football, period. Somebody said that ain't his style. I mean, not his style. That ain't his type. But I'm just gonna chill out there. And last thing I'm gonna do before we roll up out of here, I'm gonna be so happy and so glad that I don't have to see that irritating woman and his stinking ass brother on the sidelines at a Chiefs game. Patrick Mahomes and his wife Brittany decided they're going to get a divorce.
Nah, I mean, I don't know why people are celebrating this. I don't. I feel like when we dabble in that part of celebrating someone, like, that's not cool. I don't like stuff like that. I may not like you, but your marriage is your marriage, right? I think we tread on,
We try on a lot of stuff.
like, and it's unnecessary. Like, it wasn't nobody's business to begin with. Like, he got a type, that's his type. And people always make assumptions about, oh, she was just for the money and this, that, and the third. If that's the case, he knew that. They did the same thing with Travis Hunter. Now what? How does their marriage or them not getting married or their divorce benefit any of us?
I guess, well, to them diehard, the so-called diehard football goofies, all he can worry about now is playing football. But he was doing that way before then.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he been doing that.
Now, like you said,
the people that tell athletes to just shut up and dribble when they start speaking out on certain things. You just need to just shut up and watch the sport.
Well, remember they said the same thing about
not for you to speak on. They didn't say anything about their marriage publicly. For anyone to make assumptions or to make their own set of rules about someone else's marriage is just it's so asinine. Go find something safe to do, because this ain't it.
Hey.
What'd you say, Troy?
I'm sorry, I just got back. Listen, y'all better be quit playing with that blonde haired lady and her money. That's all I'm gonna say. Quit playing with that blonde haired lady, because then I have to address shit. When I have to address shit, it's never good. But that being said, I don't know what just happened the last 5 minutes because I was on the phone with that blonde haired lady. My apologies. What I missed?
Oh, Patrick Mahomes getting divorced from his wife, Brittany.
So what R&B woman is out there that he can show up with? If I catch you with Jill Scott,
I was about to say, I hope nobody say Jill Scott, because Troy, we got your bail money though. It's all good.
That's the end of your Super Bowl run, buddy. But no, if he pop out with a black woman, Because Miss Mahomes ain't exactly daddy side friendly. Can I say it that way? You know what? Pat and Meg. Oh, I like that. I like that. She like light skinned dudes too. She like light skinned dudes. Yeah, I like that.
What are we doing right now?
My God,
Hey, man,
I just don't care about seeing his brother on the sideline. That's all I'll say.
I like Glow and your boy. I like that couple. I love black love, man. That's a beautiful thing. I love black love, long as it don't involve Jill Scott and Khalees. I'm straight.
Patrick Mahomes gonna come out there with Khalees, and hey, Danny, and Troy gonna have a goddamn heart attack.
He ain't gonna want to give him to move to Africa. He not moving to Zambia. He's not willing to make that sacrifice. I might have to make that sacrifice if I keep going on the way I'm going right now. But he ain't willing to make that sacrifice.
I'm going ahead, lady, gonna put a gonna shoot you in your ass. You're gonna have to sit on one of them donuts.
I told y'all that wasn't the line in the sand. The line in the sand was Stacey Dash. Like, you want to talk about some sideways looks? When that Stacey Dash video rolled on my phone, yeah, I was getting sideways looks.
She gave you sideways look because like, this bird brain?
Listen, whatever. Stacey Dash, if she hadn't opened her mouth, she would still be that girl. Y'all don't understand. Y'all really don't. There was a moment in the 90s that people was fighting. Man, let me hush. Let me hush.
That's when she had some sense. She ain't got no damn sense
She
now.
got no sense now.
Never. She was always a rich girl. Yeah. Okay. And so for people who don't know, I enjoy the memory endowed. So from time to time, if you look at what I'm talking about, you will understand my taste. And I'm gonna say it that way. So don't be judging me by Stacey Dash. She got what I'm looking for.
Here's another take. Which this is coming from Stephen Gaither. Which coach in HBCU football are the saxophones getting loudest for this fall if they don't get it done?
You know what's funny? Before media day, I would have said Coach Robinson, but I don't know. Based on talking to fans and alumni from Alabama State, I don't think so. I think he's okay. I think he's safe no matter what happens. Unless the wheels fall off, I think he's safe.
I'm thinking Morgan State. I'm thinking Damon Wilson at Morgan State.
Oh man. Again, same situation. This is last year his contract, right?
Yep.
So it ain't really the saxophones, it's just it don't cost nothing. And that's something that we need to be honest about. If it doesn't cost you anything, you're not really getting rid of a coach. You're just not continuing on with it. The train left the station and his ticket wasn't punched. That's it. You ain't did nothing. Like, it ain't like, oh no. When you say, you know what, this coach got another year and we can't do it, like a certain coach that's in Ithaca right now, that's when you're making a move. I don't think it's fair to say that a coach got fired. You know, I don't think so. With Mickey, 2 classic losses to interim coaches, and he still got a job. I don't think they're there yet, and I don't know if this year changes anything. Now, the Grambling people, y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's in jeopardy. I think maybe possibly that Grambling sees it as a longer term build, and that's what they're doing. Which will Pat? Which Pat? Mike?
Pat Mahomes.
Oh. Mm, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. But Kirk, you think Mickey in trouble?
I don't think Mickey in trouble unless he's only in trouble. He can't get it done with the. He can't get it done with the Bayou Classic.
If you get a copyright strike, my bad. I don't know why my Twitter scroll just started playing music all by itself.
But yeah, so I mean, he signed the extension. So I mean, what can you do? You got 2 more years to deal with him.
So they haven't made an announcement, but we kind of know who it is.
I'm thinking of Bruce Eugene. I'm thinking of Bruce Eugene. So yeah. But other than that, man, I don't know. But Marshall Falk was running around with some black forces on and calling different classics, calling.
We're gonna apologize to Crook because we made it seem like he was at Media Day with black forces on. He did have on a sports coat and a shirt, but he did have on a sports coat and a shirt. So for Crook,
No, he had a sports coat on his shirt. But my man came up in with the black force energy.
Hey, no, Bruce do got a job. Bruce do got a job, and it's gonna be announced real soon. Yeah, he had on white forces. Yay, he had on white forces. Again, that is a step down from Dooley. You can't you gotta outdo Dooley. You gotta show up.
You can't come up even past the grave was looking sharp in his light blue suit last year. Yeah.
Now the players look sharp. The players look sharp. They look sharp, but
well, yeah, man.
Dooley's a stand.
Yeah, you got to be able to outdo Dooley. With the top 10 HBCU football teams as of now, we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that on Monday. I'm gonna talk about that on Monday. I ain't gonna get into it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's gonna be even with the database that I got. I still know there are people who's not in the database that have signed, but it hasn't. They're not on. You can't see them on a roster. So I'm not gonna say they're at that institution because things happen. Like they don't get admitted to the university for whatever reason, right? And they just end up floating away. So until I see them on rosters, Some of the schools I'm not going to rank simply because there are players that I think that could be impactful that we don't see them on the roster.
Mm.
That's why that's why I'm very high on Alabama State, because they've added they've added a very impactful player, and he's in school. So, you know, he ain't got to be pretty to be. I mean, damn, I said pretty. My bad, Campbell. He ain't got to be a Camper to dress nice.
Oh yeah.
Coach Jackson dress nice. What we talking about?
Oh yeah. Anyway, man, I don't know what we're talking about, but I think Dan checked out.
I'm here. I ain't checked out. I just got my camera on for a second.
Oh, I thought you checked out. I was like, oh, what?
Nah.
So for media day, the experience was this year was better than I expected. Rooming with Troy and Marlo was fun. Shit was hilarious.
This man really thought I was gonna go to Buc-ee's and not bring him a sandwich.
That man brought a chopped beef brisket sandwich.
Listen, be glad. My family need to be glad that we didn't have time enough to get ice and a cooler so I can go back to Buc-ee's and get me a stuffed chicken. They better be glad, because that was on my mind the whole weekend. I might have to drive over to Daytona just to go get me some stuffed chicken. I don't know. Who is that? Mr. Brown. I don't know that that's the case. I think they just need a offense coordinator.
See, with the commissioner, even when I'm at the football game, when he's at the football game, I talk to the commissioner like we just chilling.
Yeah, man. Listen, this what happened. I walked up to the commissioner. I said, "Hey, I would love to get an interview with you." He looked over to Andrew. He said, "Yeah, me and Andrew can get that done." That simple. Like 3 years ago when I was scared to approach him because I'm like, man, I'm just a little nobody. He ain't gonna come on my show. No problem. Whatever your platform is, let's go. Let's go do it. That's the kind of commissioner we got. I don't know about no other commissioners. That's the kind we got.
Our commissioner from Jackson.
Said was on Doc's show. Said was on Doc's show.
Cut dead weight now.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm cutting dead weight. But anyway, y'all, man, we gonna get up on out of here. You know, cross the 2-hour threshold. I know people about to go over there to Mona's show, but we'll be back on Monday.
Hey, before we get up out of here, I'm gonna make sure we get this out there. HBCU media, it ain't nobody doing what we do the way we do for damn near free, and we support everybody. I go to everybody's show. And when I've been the brass monkey or whatever of the day, I've been to everybody's show. I show out for everybody. I'm always me wherever I go. But support, regardless of who it is. Because if HBCU media go away, that means your institutions have to spend money on marketing and advertising that they didn't have to spend because of us. But that's all I got.
So yeah, we'll be back on Monday and start dropping the top 10, my little top 10 ranking countdown. I know Wednesday I have to go get a ultrasound on my kidneys to see what's up with my blood pressure. See what's going on with it. Because I'm trying not to be a type of person to be on nobody's dialysis. I'm not gonna be on nobody's dialysis. So Other than that, you got Fat Mouse. You got strike season. Well, yeah, strike season on Tuesday. Um, on Thursday, you got Gather the Old Men podcast, and then I think what Friday. I think Friday still do finish off my countdown. Um, yeah, she got a bag and she leaving. You right, KD. You right. But uh, other than that, Danny, I know she got a lot of important work with Suno and the juice business. So y'all, we gotta make sure that she is well taken care of.
Yes, please. Um, if you run a business and you would like to be a corporate sponsor or take out an ad with Suno this year, please contact me, athletics@suno.edu. All right, so I can get you our information. We do have a fundraiser that's going on right now as part of SU Gift Day, but our goals are long term. They go far beyond SU Gift Day. And so we want to make sure that anyone that wants to take out an ad, you may have your own show, you may have your own business, or whatever it is you're doing, holler at me so that we can get your brand up on our broadcast, on our website, social media, and things like that. As far as my juice business, things are slow right now. I am working my butt off so I can buy a new juicer. Um, my current juicer is starting to burn out, and I can only make certain juices right now. Um, so it's been slow. I haven't pushed it because a lot of people want certain juices that right now I can't really make until I get a new juicer. So anybody got me? If you want to donate, let me see if I gotta see if I can find my my launch thing. My launch what am I trying to say? I have an Amazon
Wish
list.
list.
Yes, where you don't, I know people are kind of funny sometimes about their money, which I respect completely. And so I created a wish list so that if you want to, you can you can go to Amazon list and purchase to help your girl out there. Um, I'm trying to find the link, y'all. Bear with me. Um, 1 second. But anyway, that's where we are right now. And if you guys have anything that you can donate, you can donate to Cash App Juiced Right, the number 4, and the letter U. Um, and then from there we just gonna continue trying to build this thing. Um, crook for real. I don't use that stuff in my juices, crook. I'll have to make something specially for you. um, Crook, you said tell them how much SU Give Day hits for. So right now, yeah, it is millions for sure. It is. Most of the money goes directly to SUBR, but each campus does fundraise. Each campus does fundraise. And unfortunately, Suno Athletics really doesn't make a lot from SU Give Day, but we're trying. But like I said, SU Give Day is a very small portion of what we're trying to do overall. And so, um, Crook, you just gotta holler at me. Let me know. I've never done anything like that before, so I don't want to mess your stuff up. So yeah. Um, so yeah, that's really all I got. Any help, donations, any support that y'all can give, please help a sister out. Like I said, the investment that was supposed to go through for the 500 never materialized, and so I took a little hit with that for the business, but we are working.
What once? Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
hear you.
Once my little situation clear up, I'm gonna donate. I just got to get, you know, I just got to wait on them people. That's all I'm waiting on, them people. And when them people get done, I got words to say, but them people got to get done first.
Right.
Well, other than that, man, appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. We had over we at one point we had over 100 people watching. So y'all know that the numbers gonna go up because football season is around the corner. And other than that, make sure that you go support your local HBCU wherever you live at. Y'all know with me, I live here in Dallas and I support my local HBCU in Paul Quinn. So support your local HBCUs. But other than that, be blessed, be safe, hug your loved ones and love on your loved ones. Crash out on your kids and beat them out the penitentiary. In other words, and always, what Troy always say, gotta lead with love. We up out this thing. We be back on Monday. Peace.